Can I learn DevOps without any coding experience or without knowledge of any programming language? Is there a possibility for me to learn DevOps or to become a DevOps or a cloud engineer without having any idea about IT as a whole? That is a question that comes across the mind of many people who see DevOps as a career opportunity for them. Hi, welcome to DevOps with Mike. The focus of today's video is about you having a clarity if you can start your DevOps journey with or without coding experience. Now, if this is your first time coming across our content, do well to hit the subscribe button, because in this channel our focus is making your DevOps journey smooth. A lot of people are asking questions if they can start the DevOps journey without any coding experience, and my answer to you is yes. You can start your DevOps journey without knowledge on coding experience. It's going to be tough for you, but that doesn't mean that you cannot start the career without having any coding experience. A lot of people have started this DevOps career without having any IT experience, and after consistently developing themselves, reading technologies, implementing, doing several practice, they've been able to successfully transition maybe from their finance background or from their health background or from their legal background successfully into their DevOps background. Before you become a DevOps engineer, there are a set of tools which you must learn or which you must know how to use before you can become successful in the DevOps field. In one of our previous videos, we covered what DevOps is. You want to watch that video to know more about what the DevOps world is, because you must first know what DevOps is before you can even understand if you need the coding language. For you to become a successful DevOps engineer, DevOps first you should understand is a practice. By it being a practice means that there are a set of principles which organizations or which companies put in place for them to deliver the application code successfully, for them to deliver the applications seamlessly with high security, low latency, and of course for them to have the applications delivered with optimum efficiency. So as a DevOps engineer, you coordinate teams, both the developer team and operations team, to make sure that these applications are delivered within the shortest possible time with high efficiency. So the role of a DevOps engineer has a lot to do with several different tools and with collaboration between different teams. So aside having idea on a particular programming language, these are the things which you must know to become a successful DevOps engineer. The very first thing which you want to know or which you want to learn is the management of servers. It's imperative for you to learn how to manage servers. You can have Ubuntu servers, you can have Windows servers. Basically, you might be wondering what a server is. A server simply is a computer that is used to store or process data for organizations or for companies. So you want to learn how to manage companies' servers, and for you to learn how to manage companies' servers, maybe you want to learn bash scripting, or you want to learn shell scripting, you want to learn Linux. Those are the key server management technologies which you want to first learn before you can administer server for your clients or for organizations. After you've learned server management, databases is another very important thing which companies use. Companies store their data in databases, be it relational or non-relational database. So you want to learn how to effectively manage databases. You must learn a cloud technology, a particular cloud stack. We have Amazon Web Service, we have Microsoft Azure, we have Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, we have Alibaba Cloud. There are a lot of other cloud technologies, but you must make sure that you have mastery of a particular cloud technology. We did a very brief video on how to learn AWS in 10 minutes, so you can go watch that video to know a little bit more about the AWS cloud. If this is your first time coming across our content, subscribe to our channel, leave your comments, and I'll do videos to make your doubts clearer. After you've learned a particular cloud technology, you want to make sure that you learn a particular scripting language. That's where coding comes into place, right? You want to learn a scripting language, and that doesn't necessarily mean you want to go and learn JavaScript or you go and learn React Native, you learn maybe .NET or different frameworks. You just have to learn one, and oftentimes DevOps engineers start with Python. Once you start with Python, you can learn the Python language, and you can use Python for automation of resources in any of your cloud platform. You want to start learning Python. So that is the most important programming language which you need to know along your DevOps journey. You're not learning only Python to become a DevOps engineer, but you have to combine Python and the other things which I've mentioned, or the other things which I'm mentioning, for you to become a successful DevOps engineer. Now, after you've learned the scripting language with Python, you want to make sure that you know how to administer pipelines, and most often pipelines also have to do with version control and source code management. So that's a combination of Jenkins for your pipelines, creating your continuous integration and continuous deployment pipelines, and you understanding GitHub or Git for version control and for source code management and all that. So you learn continuous integration and continuous deployment, maybe with Jenkins, with Circle CI, or with other continuous integration technologies. And then after you've been able to manage these pipelines, you now want to learn how to deploy infrastructure as code. These cloud providers have several infrastructure or several technologies. You want to be able to provide this infrastructure as code, which is what many companies recommend, and I recommend you equally looking into Terraform, because Terraform is one of the languages, one of the most used open source tools which you can use for your applications, or which you can use for your deployments. Now after you've learned Terraform, you want to make sure that you can create containers. A lot of companies are moving from their fully monolithic applications into microservices. Microservices is one of the most trending things which companies are using now in their deployment. So learning how to create containers, which is one of the major backbone of microservices, is going to give you a kick start, or is going to take you ahead in your DevOps journey. So you want to learn Docker for the creation of containers, building images, Docker images, pushing those images into a repository, creating containers from those images. And then after you've been able to create your Docker images, you want to learn Kubernetes for your orchestration of these containers based on your environment. You have to equally learn Prometheus to manage or to monitor the health of your resources. So basically, for you to become a successful DevOps engineer, you should know coding and you should know these other tools. So once you combine coding and these other tools which I've mentioned, you have a very good foundation for you to successfully transition from your current career into a DevOps career. Make sure you take time, go through those various components which I've listed. Do watch our other videos. You'll see some of the technologies which we've mentioned, or you see some of the strategies which you can use or which you can implement rapidly to get yourself started with these things. Thank you for watching this video. Again, if this is your first time coming across this content, do well to hit the subscribe button, share this video with those in your network, and hit the notification bell such that every time we produce a video, you want to be the first person to come across this content. Thank you, and see you in the next video.